Let's be real. When you have a baby in the NICU, it can feel like, am I cursed? What did I do wrong? It does not feel like you're blessed at all. And I want to talk a little bit about the concept of being blessed, because if you're a part of the church or any kind of religious community, people are always saying how blessed you are when you have a healthy baby and you come home early or on time. Everyone's like, oh, you're so blessed. And even for me, right, we had our first child at home. It was such a blessing because there were no health challenges and everything was so perfect. And then you come to the NICU and that whole space, and you can feel like, well, am I still blessed? Everything is not perfect. And so I just want to talk a little bit about that, because I know when you're in there, it can really feel like, what did I do wrong? What sin did I commit? I am not blessed. God's favor and love has lifted from me, because this should not be. When you look at your baby there, fragile and trying to recover and get healthy and get stronger, in your mind, you're like, God, this is not a blessing. This is painful. This is not a good situation. My baby is suffering, and not only am I healing from just having a baby, but now I have to watch my baby go through all of these things. And when I want to validate, as I always do, right, a part of me having this channel and talking to you is just to validate feelings. A lot of what we're feeling alone, because we may not know anyone else who's been in the NICU. When I had my boys in the NICU, there was only one person that I could think about that I knew that had actually shared publicly that they had a baby in the NICU. And so that was one of the first people that I messaged, because I just wanted to feel seen. I wanted to feel known. I wanted to just know that I wasn't alone. And really quick, if you have not already, please subscribe. I desperately want to be on this journey with you and support you the best that I can. Please put comments and let me know what else you want me to talk about and what else is relevant to you. But a lot of why I'm here is because I want you to feel seen. I want you to know that you are not alone in your feelings. So let's redefine what it means to be blessed. Being blessed is not based on the status of your health or your baby's health. We're blessed regardless of those things, and having a perfect baby, we are blessed. And God's goodness is not dependent on a perfect outcome. And many a times, and our brain is wired to think that God's goodness and who He is always going to be tied to this perfect outcome. And that is not true. God's goodness is not tied to that. God's goodness is not dependent on that perfect outcome. And yes, we're blessed no matter the status of our baby or no matter the outcome. And I think when you have a baby in the NICU, you begin to shift your perspective on really what blessings mean, what being blessed means. And then you start to see the blessing even in the difficult situation. And I think that's the beauty of the situation that we're in, is that even though you're like, this really horrific thing happened to me, the situation that I don't like, that I hate happened to me, you can begin to start to find the blessing even in it. Not saying that you're blessed to see your baby suffering, but you start to grab onto those little moments, whether it's like, wow, my baby's oxygen levels normaled out, or wow, they took out one of their PICC lines, or you see small progress and you begin to tune yourself to those little blessings when you're in the NICU, rather than this big blessing of, oh, I didn't have to go to the NICU, or I had this beautiful pregnancy. You can begin to shift your perspective even while you're in the NICU to see how blessed you still are and to see the blessings that are right in front of you.